Welcome back to a brand new video. In this video, I'm gonna finish up my intercooler piping. So it is all finished. Everything is mocked up. Everything is where it should be, right? But I did not install my blow-off valve yet, right? So I'm gonna be putting this down in here somewhere. Think like this. And then once I actually fine tune this and move my battery, I'll probably just end up put my blow off valve right on top, just as close to the throttle body as possible. So that's that. What I'm gonna be I gotta weld this on. And then I also, don't mind my mess, organized chaos, I like to call it. So I bought this boost controller, right? It's just a manual boost controller, real simple. You get the hardware, right? And simple boost controller, turn it up, turn it down, right? And I just feel like this isn't efficient to what I have. I think like if you had a small turbo and you're not going to be adjusting it as much, I think this would be more beneficial just to set it and forget it. But for mine, I got a bigger turbo and I need to tune a little bit more. So where is, I just had it. I don't know where I put it. It's a mystery. Oh, here it is. So I actually bought a Mac valve. So I'm going to be installing this instead so I could tune it right in my ECU, because K-Tuner does support your boost tables and I could adjust it right in my ECU. So right when I'm tuning, or in my software itself, I could adjust it and I could do boost by gear and things like that with this, instead of manually adjusting it and setting it and forgetting it, basically. So now I could just tune on the fly. Even for my tuner, whoever I go to will be able to adjust the boost just doing it in the ECU, and I can just mount this and just be done. So we're going to be installing this too. It's very simple, and I'll show you step by step how I install it, which, I mean, of course, I watched a lot of YouTube videos, so I'm YouTube certified, but everybody kind of does it the same way, and I'm going to be doing it the same way as everybody else does. Right? So I have that. So let's get right into this video. I gotta mock that up, install it, mock this up, install this, run the wiring for it, and eventually, as soon as I'm done with my whole build and my setup, I'm going to be selling all of this stuff that I have. All this extra stuff that I bought that I'm not going to be using, I'm selling all of it. On another note, this exhaust wrap, I forget the company's name. I'm gonna have to link it in the video. But my God, this stuff! Look at, I'm handling it with my hand. There's no fiberglass that gets in your hands. Really good stuff. I will link this, and this has the best ratings for any wrap. And I'll give you the brand name. I'll show you what else I had. What I did it before. So I had this stuff before, and you can't even touch this stuff without getting fiberglass on you. When I took this wrap off, if you ever painted with a metallic paint and you saw all the little sparkles flying up, that's what this looked like. There was so much fiberglass in this wrap, it wasn't even fine. I couldn't even touch it. Any glove or towel that I had with this stuff, I actually had to throw away because it was just so bad. You couldn't even wipe your hands with it without getting fiberglass in your hands. This stuff is absolutely terrible, and I'm throwing this away. So, all right, but enough talking. Let's get right into this video. Let's get this done, and hopefully my blow-off valve welded in. And I'm gonna right off the clutch reservoir bracket, I'm just gonna weld a little piece right here and just hang this, and my Mac valve I'm just gonna make to mount right here. And since it's not that heavy, I think I'm just gonna when I make this bracket, I'm gonna weld it to here, just do 2 little welds. And for these, I might just thread it right into the metal, because this doesn't weigh much at all. So I don't think I'll have a problem with doing just threading like 2 or 3 threads in a piece of metal here. I think this will be just fine. All right, let's get into it. As you can see, I already have everything out. I've been working just like off camera a little bit, because if I film literally every aspect of the build, it's gonna take forever, and I'm sure you guys don't want to watch a 2-hour video. So I'm gonna go right off that. Like I said, I made a bracket for it, which I already made it. I already painted it. I had to make this little indentation because of there's a little piece at the very top, so I'm just gonna put it right here. Put a little nutsert in this bracket right here, and my Mac valve will just bolt right to that. Beautiful. And then I got this all welded up. Sweet. So let's get to installing this stuff back up, hopefully for the last time, because I'm tired of taking stuff apart, putting it back together. It's so tedious. I did have to buy more clamps because I didn't have enough. I bought them not realizing that I wasn't going to be able to find the other ones that I had, so I just had to buy new ones. They're not that much money anyway. Go figure. Put all this together and I have to take it back apart.
Why?
What's up, buddy?
Why do you have to take it back apart?
Because this clamp doesn't fit. It's too small.
Get a bigger clamp.
I know, I have one. It's on the bottom. I'll have to switch it. Yeah.
I'm hungry. When?
Right now.
Huh?
Right now. The camera's on.
Oh.
Okay. This will definitely fit over this, I think. Yeah. Yeah, this one definitely fits.
I'm hungry.
I heard you, buddy. This is the reality of building stuff. Things always do stupid stuff. Like this little cover plate. I'm gonna bend it a little bit more so it won't come off. She ain't going nowhere. Maybe I should have put this on before I just put that stuff on. Probably would have been a lot easier instead of fighting with it. You know, I'll be right back. I'm going to take this back apart and put that on first. All right, we're back at it. I have my riv nut tool out. I'm going to drill this hole. Drill that hole in there, put a riv nut in. I have a piece of board here just to support it, so I at least have something to hold on to. I got the blowout valve all mounted now. Got the line run right to my intake manifold. That was a pain in the butt to line all this stuff up. I'm definitely going to do it a different way just to make it easier for myself. And I really want to use the those HD clamps. If you guys are in the car world, you'll know what I'm saying. It's kind of like a V-band. And they're just so much easier to clamp instead of using these. So hopefully I'll just do one of those V-band HD clamps here, and I'll just make this pipe, maybe put another joint in here somewhere so it'll be easier. Or like I said, when I do my water to air intercooler, I'll have a completely different setup anyway. All right, but I'll set you up and we'll drill this hole out and put a riv nut in there. Looks like I have to re-drill these holes. I'll just have to move it down a little bit farther. The spacing of the nutsert lifts it up a little bit. All right, so is what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna route my lines. I'm still waiting for my T. I have a T coming for the lines. That will be here Monday, but I can still route and cut these lines because this is where this is going to be mounted. So regardless of the zip tie, I'm going to drill holes, mount this. So it's going to be in this location regardless. So I'm just going to route those lines quick. So all right, let's set up this MAC valve. Now, this is the way everybody sets it up. You know, did my research. So this solenoid, the top of the solenoid, or the top of the wastegate, goes to this side right here, the left side. If you flipped it up right, this would be the left side. So the top goes to the left side. Now the bottom of the wastegate will get, a T will get put in it. So we'll chop it here. Chop it there. And I'll trim this one when I put the turbo back in. But so this is the way this is going to get set up here. So you have bottom of the wastegate, a T gets put in it, here and here. And this goes right to there's a fitting on the turbo, usually, which I'll show you once I put the turbo back in. So that goes, T goes in here and goes to the turbo. This tube is going to come around, go to the right side of the solenoid, and then the left side goes directly into the top of the wastegate. And I will have a video coming out with just the full rebuild of this turbo. I ended up going right to Turbonetics, and they still had a kit for it. So I ordered the kit. It should be here Monday. So that'll be a full rebuild video of that turbo. And yeah, we're almost there. We're literally so close to just driving this every day. So close. I know I say that a lot, but it's definitely a long time coming. Like, I've been working on this for a little while now, just trying to take my time and getting everything correct and not trying to rush anything. And you know, some parts I didn't realize I needed. I had to order parts. I had to wait for them. But I'm getting excited. Super excited. So I looked online, and people that are running this, literally the same exact setup I have, are making 500 horsepower just without much tuning at all. They're making that much, which probably, hopefully, come next year or the year after, hopefully it stays all together. But I want to do, I'm going to tear this motor back out, and I'm going to do full internals. I'll do rods, bearings, pistons, hopefully a full valve train, and fully build this motor, so I'll never have it. Well, I can't really say never, because we all know that in the racing world, something will blow up eventually. But all right, let's get back to this. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll be working on it tomorrow. Hopefully, or maybe I'll just do the turbo tomorrow. We'll see. But that's it for today. I'm gonna pick this back up tomorrow, or whenever. But all right, we'll see you later for now. All right, guys, I'm gonna end this video here. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.